What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin with the penultimate episode of this year's X-Men month. Today, I'm reviewing Siege X-Men, which collects issues 82 through 84 of Dark Wolverine, written by Daniel Way, Marjorie Liu, illustrated by Giuseppe Camuncoli, and New Mutants issue 11, written by Kieron Gillen and illustrated by Nico Henrichon, plus the Siege storming Asgard and Heroes and Villains one-shot, which I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because I went through this, and after the New Mutants, the rest is all just character profiles. So it's like, what the hell are they talking about? There's no one-shot. So yeah, this takes place during the Siege crossover event, which was the climax of Dark Reign, when superheroes were all outlaws, and the only superheroes that were allowed to operate were Norman Osborn's Avengers, aka the Dark Avengers, right? When he was in charge of Hammer, right? So I really enjoyed Dark Reign back in the day, so when I saw this, I had to pick it up. Though the title is very misleading, because you would think it would be a Dark Avengers versus X-Men book, and it's not, even though there were Dark Avengers versus X-Men book. But what this book is really about is Daken and the Dark Avengers are sieging Asgard, which New Asgard is in, like, Oklahoma. That was after the events of Ragnarok. Like, Thor came back to life and, like, brought Asgard to Earth, because Asgard was destroyed, right? And yeah, that explains that. Okay, I didn't read that much of JMS's X-Men run, but yeah. So what happens is the Hammer forces and Dark Avengers are about to lay siege to Asgard, which they get effing slaughtered, man. So you have this, like, nervous soldier who's puking his guts out, and Daken sees him and is a bit annoyed because he gets puke on his boot. And Daken is not happy with this soldier, so he decides to screw with him. And for people who don't know, Daken is bisexual, or LARP that's bisexual. I don't know if he was ever actually bisexual, but yeah, he likes to hit on guys and, like, you know, and mess with them, right? So he's like, yeah, soldier, you're scared, you think you're gonna die? Well, if you do me a favor, I'll protect you, right? And the guy's like, yes. And he's like, well, so just lie still and take it, motherfucker. he's a kind of an asshole. So yeah, so here you see, like, Moonstar, what was her name? Moonstar, and Matt Gargan's Venom hitting on, hanging out. Which, if you ever read Dark Avengers, you know she slept with almost everybody on the team. I could be wrong. Which we need to read Dark Avengers. Yeah, so, like, yeah, this book's basically about, like, the Dark Avengers attacking Asgard, and the Free Fates want to recruit Daken to start a new Ragnarok, right? And here you see, like, Daken, which I forgot to mention, for people who don't know, Daken is Wolverine's son, right? Wolverine and Kimiko's son. Even though, like, it makes no sense why is Daken so old, but the New Mutants are still young. When the New Mutants, like, the New Mutants would have been teenagers, like, around the time of Daken's conception, right? So that makes no sense, but whatever. So yeah, like, Daken likes to troll Hawkeye, right? So yeah, here you see the book is very brutal with the ultra violence. It's like this is probably the best selling point of this book is the ultra violence, right? Here you have these fantasy illusions that the Three Fates do, where they screw with Dakin, making think he like killed Norman Osborn when he didn't, right? Yeah, so yeah, basic. I don't want to spoil the whole book, but yeah, the book is basically Dakin is fighting the Asgardians, and he gets tempted by the Three Fates to become their agent to cause Ragnarok, right? And Dakin is kind of Dakin trolls Lester by kissing him, right? So that was which I can't believe how much Giuseppe Camuncoli's art style changed so much, because this art is actually pretty good. Now his art is cartoony bullshit. Looks like crap. But there's some pretty cool fights in here, and there's lots of gore. Right. So next story is basically the new mirror. It's basically about Danny Moonstar, who was a Valkyrie, who became a Valkyrie to protect the X-Men against the Dark Avengers. But she only got those Valkyrie powers by making a deal with Hela, and so she has to do a favor for Hela, which is to, during the Battle of Asgard, when the Dark Avengers were attacking Asgard, her job is to bring all the souls of the dead Asgardians to hell, only for Danny Moonstar to get distracted and to help the actual Valkyries fight Hammer forces, and that leaves the souls vulnerable to the Disir, which are like soul eaters, basically, of like former Valkyries who were punished by Thor's grandfather for eating eating dead gods. So yeah, she comes back to save them. And the rest of the graphic novel is just these character profiles, right? Which is pretty cool, but still, like, what the hell? Yeah, so I'm just going to sum up the book. The art for the Dark Avengers books, Dark Wolverine books were good. The art for the New Mutants book was serviceable at best. Both stories had terrible writing, which is weird, because I keep hearing good things about Kieron Gillen. Everybody loves Kieron Gillen, right? Which Kieron Gillen is supposed to be like the protege of Garth Ennis. I don't know. Besides from that Iron Man book, Fatal Frontier, in my opinion, I haven't read any good Kieron Gillen, and that was only good because I'm mostly used to reading like shitty Iron Man books, and that one was decent. Right, so yeah. Overall, despite the bad dialogue and not so great art, I think concept-wise, both stories were good. And Daniel Way, for all of his faults, knows how to write a fun comic book. So this book isn't good, but it's passable and it has its moments. So I'm giving it 6 out of 10. Our next X-Men month review is going to be Dark Phoenix Saga. Peace. I think that's what it's called. Alright guys, bye.